All right. You might as well know. We went to dinner at the Flamingo Bar and Grill. And by about 10 o'clock, we were playing kneesies under the table and having dessert. And then we went to the motel. And we bawled, 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 till he dropped dead.
This isn't just a cult. This is a cabal. This is an assemblage. This is hurly-burly. This is disquiet. This is poetry. This is fiction. This is reality. This is bedlam. This is a digest, a summing up, a rundown, an overview, an outline. This is where we are at. Hey there, Björ6n Oranj here. What up? It's been a while. Maybe that's good. Maybe we left you in a bit of a lurch. Maybe. I'm sorry about that. We're sorry about that. It wasn't purposeful. Abandonment. It was not an intention. Desertion was not planned. Is desertion ever planned? Anyway, the thing is, it all got weird. Very weird. Well, maybe weird isn't the right word. It all got what? Fucked up. It all got fucked up, right? Everything got fucked up for everyone. And then it kind of stayed fucked up. Even though strong efforts were fairly unwisely made to pretend that everything was not fucked up. But it is fucked up. Sorry about that. So, the podcast, this isn't just a cult, a real work of fiction, well, that kind of sat idle for a while. Part of that was because everything was, and is, fucked. And part of that was because I, Björ6n Oranj, relocated. As some of you know, I was based out of Hanoi, Vietnam for about a year, and there was Mexico City before that, and a stint in Dar es Salaam, and places, other places. But because things were fucked up in a myriad of ways, a relocation became necessary. Now, the base of operations is in the tiniest of all Canadas, which, strangely, is not in Canada. We do have a lot of maple trees and beavers, and all the roads are named after Canadian locations. Ottawa Street, Edmonton Drive, Toronto Lane. There's the Thunder Bay Mall. I gotta tell you, I like being Canadian now. Or pretend Canadian. Way more than I ever anticipated. And also, our mayor? Our mayor plays hockey, so, that's kind of Canadian too. Anyway, somehow, and I'm not sure how these things work, but I started receiving mail from all the listeners. At least, I think it is you, the listeners. I don't know if this was some sort of coordinated effort or what, but a bunch of postcards started arriving to this new location where I have set up camp, and they were from all over the place. Well, people seem to have gone through a great deal of trouble to find me. Lots of effort, I don't know if that means that they wanted more episodes of the show or what. But yeah, things are still fucked, and here we go. So, this is a mailbag edition. So, let's take a look here. What do we got up first? This one is from Maui. It says aloha. On the back it says, "Here we found the natural burnout of a relationship." That's not signed. In fact, you know what? Here's something to point out early on. I found this curious. None of these things are signed. I got no return addresses. I don't know what's going on. This is part of it that makes me think that this is some sort of weird conspiracy or art project or whatever. I mean, they're from all over the place. They have different, stamps and handwriting and everything, but I don't know. Okay, postcard number 2. This comes from White Sands National Monument. "The egg with no yolk will sing you a song." Fort Selden, New Mexico. "Here, I was sentenced to stay as punishment for my imperfection." One from the City of Rocks. I'm not sure where that is. Oh my God. Honestly, I don't want to read this one. Next. Okay. Here we have an old-timey photo of a woman drinking a beer, I believe. It looks like it's from Virginia. "Jacques Brel is alive and well and living in Provo, Utah with Uncle Floyd and Viktor E. Frankl discussing satyagraha, eschatology, and why pretty girls make graves." Here is one from Kansas. April 4th, 1974. "We were here to witness the duel between the mediocre realists versus the mediocre dreamers." Do we have there's a lot of from New Mexico. This one's from Las Cruces. "Be wary of gorgeous views." A little advice there. This is from Cinque Terre. I believe that, am I pronouncing that right? Le Cinque Terre. Anyways, it's in Italy. I've been there. I should be able to pronounce this. "Here we discovered signs blaming Frank for everything from God's indifference to the decline of brown shoelaces." This is an old-timey one here. I mean, this postcard looks like 100 years old. It's from Sweden. That's all I know. It's from the stamp. "My favorite playlist, ? Probably Sunday morning coffee chill vibe for the eyeliner and leather set." I don't know if that's on Spotify or what. Here we have a postcard depicting some women in very scantily, I guess these are scantily clad women. Looks like some bondage stuff kind of going on here. It's a drawing. It's from Berlin. It says, "Hey, Disco Hammer Daddy, it's me, the son of the poison vine. You know they're going to change up the world, but not if we get on our mules and ride." But not if we get on our mules and ride. Another one from the Las Cruces Mall of Las Cruces, New Mexico. "Regarding Taman Shud, seemed delusional, possibly sad, mentioned Dallas police clown." This one is of a circle of wagons, kind of like on the trail, like the Oregon Trail type of stuff, Conestoga wagons maybe. It says the early day mobile homes. And then the back it says April 5th, 1979, reflections on not participating in current events. What do we got? Another one from New Mexico. "Born to be the king of a big pile of cats." Here we have one from Nebraska. It's dated April 5th, 1979. "Everyone wants the gains. No one understands the will." Everyone wants the gains. No one understands the will. That reminds me. Do you know this one? This song has been in my head lately. "Classic Cars for Classic Assholes" by Bosky Rumbluffer.
Classic cars for classic assholes. Honey Pontiac GTO, for example. A Firebird or Camaro will do. A pair of tits and a pack of smokes too. Burning rubber, I'm waking up the neighbors at 7 o'clock. Classic cars for classic assholes. Life's a hammy, the wife's a hassle. Let it idle, then rev it up. Tearing through the alley and circling the block. Classic cars for classic assholes. One day, baby, we'll give them all the slip. I'll take you for a ride and teach you to drive stick. Nicotine and octane got me wild. The miles keep on humming like a choir. You know I'm getting hard for Detroit iron. Picture you in blue jeans and a halter top. Once we hit the freeway, we're never gonna stop.
That is a damn fine song, if you ask me. Okay. Sorry, had to get that out of my system. All right, here we go. We got one from Arizona. I had an uncle back in West Virginia that ran shine in a gutted, cropped El Camino with a bored-out big block, hand throttle, and suicide knob. He was missing a leg and used a pitched hickory stump as a seat. That thing absolutely screamed. Here we've got one from Mesilla, New Mexico. All it says on the back is the maximum leader versus the main cop. This one is from the Horita Mountains. If you are vigilant and watchful, the clues will appear as you travel the roadways. The answer is all around you. Here we have a postcard of some chili peppers. New Mexican chili peppers. What is up with New Mexico? People are reluctant to kill for an abstraction, yet resistance is futile. And it credits this quote to Saint Goddamn Francis of Assisi. Another one from City of Rocks. And it's this is in English, but it's lovely handwriting. I can't read this. I'm sorry. Here we have a picture, a black and white photo of Bob Marley, I think. This is coming to us from Korea. Common sense is going to kill you. Also, the blackened body of God is going to hold a bake sale next Tuesday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hope that hasn't passed already. That would be interesting. Another one from Las Cruces. I started a school that became an institution. I started a bar that became a place of higher learning. Interesting. Here we have a postcard depicting, it's a painting. It's a rather erotic painting of two women engaging in a sexual act. This is from the Gambia. It says, this fair to midland nation was constructed on craggy egoism. And nowadays, that has become a nation of narcissism. But any old supernatural being will tell you that it didn't create you to live for you. If you desire to shadow any old idol, you'll have to put aside you from your mercenary get up and go. That is a quote attributed to Professor Jacob Barnhart. I don't know if that's who sent it or what's going on. Another super old-timey postcard, this time from Norway. It's a quote. It says, "A breach in the laws of nature produces a magic hammer and a pint of dead milk." This according to the Never Fail astronaut gods. Here is another one from New Mexico. It says, this is what it says on the back of it. Taken from the back seat of Tom Waits' Cadillac, April 14th, 1979. What do we got? I'm guessing this is New Mexico again. Mesilla. We had another one from Mesilla. Right. Brilliant objects over Tacoma smothered in orchids by decent shitty people kicked out of heaven and the bamboo circus. Another one from Dodge City. It says, April 4th, 1979. We were here with guns, cats, and my mother's cookies. Here we have one from New York City. It says, this is a quote, "The Buster Friendly Show is 40 trillion watts of pure understanding." And this quote is attributed to Hitler's fart catcher. An old-timey one from Stone Mountain, Georgia. "You are always on our mind." Another one this one's from Penn Station, New York City. "Rapscallions and bumblebees and trays filled to the brim with praise and things that always disagree because they thought the world was filled with rage." Here's one from Nice, France. It is in English, though. "Swear words of apocryphal pink mist ululate with kipple in verisimilitude." Here we have one from Molokini Island. "A permanently disfigured gun collector." That is what it says on the back. Here we have one from, this looks like a 1920s photo of like some woman in a show production of Cleopatra or something. And it comes to us from McLean, Virginia. "The earth swirls down through the ominous moons of preconsidered generations." And this is attributed to Chimi Yongdon Rinpoche from something called "This Beautiful Doll with a Devil's Tongue." What do we got? We have a postcard from Moscow. "Wrong things never lead to success." One from Honolulu. "I won the only duel I ever lost." Let's see here. This one here comes from San Francisco, and it says, "Introduction to Not Being a Stupid Jackass is now available online as a web series. Enjoy." That reminds me. Jackasses. When I think of jackasses, I think of vultures. They kind of just seem to go together somehow. Like maybe it's from Sergio Leone movies or something like that. Anyways, vultures are icky.
Roger on Union 121.
Vultures are icky 'cause they're not picky eaters. Oh, that's horrible. They don't even hunt, they're just dirty cheaters. Oh, that's horrible. They're not very pretty, but they're damn good feeders. Oh, that's horrible. When they drink blood, it's liter after liter. Oh, that's horrible. Will they eat a Big Mac or a snack? How about a can of Spam? They don't even give a damn. Do you and their family? Okay, that's not funny. Vultures are very caring creatures for their kin. That's just wrong. Anyway, vultures are icky. Vultures are icky. Vultures are icky, but they still care for family.
27, you're not readable.
And that was Vultures Are Icky from myself, Björ6n Oranj, with vocals by the wonderful Mossy Tron. Continuing on with our postcards here, this one comes from Quito, Ecuador. In this and many other things, I aim to disappoint. What do we got now? This one comes from Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's interesting. Mossy Tron is actually living in Chiang Mai, Thailand these days. I'm just hitting my stride, sitting here thinking about nothing. Here we have a very old postcard from someplace called Karlstad, Sweden. Before you go and end your life with mediocre spite, please consider the fact that a myriad of meltdowns abound in my reality. Another one from Mesilla, New Mexico. This is a dungeon-related clerical issue. Please contact a skincare product like Death to Idolized Beauty. We have one from Gothenburg, Nebraska. April 5th, 1979. By the heat of my eyeballs, it says. We got one here from Perth, Australia, dated April 4th, 1979. What's the deal with 1979? We were here with Daddy Longlegs stuck in an abandoned sink. Okay. Here's one from Lisbon, Portugal, April 4th, 1979. I should have wrote it on my t-shirt. One from White Plains, New York, dated April 4th, 1979. You don't know what to apologize for. Is there I don't know. Somebody's put all this information into a spreadsheet or some sort of generator and see if there's some sort of coded message going on here. Mesilla, New Mexico again. The artist discusses his music being played in the operating theater and asks, 1, is this a transplant? 2, is the volume appropriate? 3, why? And 4, what is the emotional impact? Here we got one from Toledo, Spain, and it says, like dreaming of a realizing problem, waking from a forgotten world. One from Washington, D.C., and it says in big, huge letters, Ickle. And then it says, without confidence, I'm nothing. Breathe in, out. It's really just fine. I'm human. I'm perfectly human. All there is now. Moderation. Thinking. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Something from Santa Fe, and I don't know what this is. It looks like a tic-tac-toe diagram, and then there's another tic-tac-toe diagram with a bunch of dots, and then there's a little cube that says ABC, DEF, GHI. Then there's another one that says J. I don't know. There's just like some sort of code or something. Whatever. Okay. One from Omaha, April 5th, 1979. I love you. That's my secret. No hearts. No pretty drawings. No poems or cryptic messages. I don't know if that was a message meant for me. It was in my mailbox. I don't know. Something from Mexico City. Dig deep holes to hide your spirit. Another one from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Idle in Rutland. Tuesday. Pain. Filling station. Pain. Notice me. Okay. Here is something from I'm going to mispronounce this. Ullensvang Hardanger. Ullensvang Hardanger. I don't know where that is. I can't tell from the stamp either. It says, how in fix local government Egoima, counselor, participant, 6918, WCC, 98%, CRR, fail to, ANSW period, 95%, X, text, fix, R straight, delete, 9 years, world fall over, inefficient, buy a new one, waste, you can't live that way, no complaints, department, how many, ? I don't know what that is. Postcard from Rome, with a lot of postage on it, way more postage than I think it would take to mail this from Rome. You are on the other side now. You are on the other side now. Another postcard that says aloha. It says that on the front. On the back, it says, what does this say? This is hard to read. It says, I'm fine. Or maybe it says, save me. A postcard from Dalat, Vietnam. My medication. Breathe in, breathe out. Plain. Dog bark. I smell popcorn. Kettle corn. Thinking. That corn is burning. How did Yasmin make that popcorn? I always burn it. Do I have it too hot? Not enough butter. Use oil with sugar. Thinking. Breathe in, breathe out. Vietnam. Fish and chips. Italian opera. Spewing fuckins by the dozen. I was messing with your cousin. Thinking. Just thinking. Breathe in, breathe out. Something from Mesilla, New Mexico. Again. There are no regrets in life, just ruthless pain and suffering, says Sorrel Book. Something from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Aspirin intolerance? Thematic? Love the taste of lemon but trying to live a synthetic life? Tartazine appears to cause the most allergic reactions of all the azo dyes. Something from Rockhound State Park. All it says in the back is, we were here February 28th, 1979 with Margaret Carnes. This is from the Organ Mountains of New Mexico. You. Yes, you. This is definitely about you. You develop an idea, a concept of hierarchy, and you scale that ranking out of the abyss, and you have created for yourself and back into the factual ecosphere of barracudas, designer labels, and mint juleps. That is how you triumph. I'm not sure if that's the way they want me to read these things, but that's kind of the way they wrote it. What do we got? This is from the Gila Wilderness, and what does it say? The world's most commanding speculation is a great vampire squid wrapped around the face of humanity, relentlessly jamming its blood funnel into anything that smells like change. And that's scary. Menacing even. Death. Life, death. What do you do? Here we go. San Antonio, Texas. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yes, I drink. I smoke. I get high. But I am responsible. I'm not the complete fuck up that I sometimes think I am. Sure, I do stupid things, but so does everyone. Don't they? Okay, maybe I'm not like everyone else. More importantly, I'm not like the advertisement. It's when I buy into the concept of what I am supposed to be that I become depressed, off balance, and negative. That's when I do stupid things according to my definitions. That one made sense. I like that one. The Oregon Mountains. Chrome fingertips shoved up against my tongue on the tip of my lips. This is from New Mexico State University. The mosquito's caress. The squid's hug. The salacious siphon's touch. And do you like the humanoid? Nope. And that is a quote attributed to Dr. Victor Ehrlich. Postcard from Saskatoon. But when an investment banker gives a boy a dead squid, that had to mean something. A quote. I don't know. Is this a quote or is it the actual person that wrote this? Abraham Van Helsing. Here's a postcard from Dubai. You are like a catfish strutting on a Sunday afternoon. I would like to be a catfish strutting on a Sunday afternoon. A postcard from Boston. There was a cancer in the wind. Okay. Now that you have been hypnotized, I should say that's a goddamn lie. All right. This one is from White Sands National Monument, cut from the cloth of a Carolina culprit. The taste of chrome is making me sick. That is from a postcard from a Motel 6 in Youngstown, Arizona. Here we have an old-timey postcard from Oslo, Norway. I dreamt of sparrows that dreamt of police. And finally, a postcard that says, just hold on, just you wait. Justice is a hammer, and it's just a little late. That is from Venice Beach, California. And, you know, all of this makes me think of a little ditty by the Halcyon brothers. Heirlooms for Granite Tombs.
Wink nice with true grit, jail knife at twilight, quicksand, quick lesson, Levi's for Tucson, crow tunes, ravaging lace consume, gold cigarettes, Chesterfields and Sing Sing, lips are sealed when galloping full moon instills a craze, consumes nights and days. Heirlooms for granite tombs, these are heirlooms for granite tombs, heirlooms for granite tombs, heirlooms for granite tombs. Warm Spanish headlights, cool silent movies, entangled in a shiver of dusty moonlight. The Chevy will muster and the bottles will rustle along dotted scars filled with dreams. Birds will take flight in that cool moonlight while others will sleep in the trees. A passage of sorrow through a mountain so hollow, orange rays poke through autumn leaves. Gives Ginger some hope, but still a dry throat. All the kids back home won't believe. Heirlooms for granite tombs, these are heirlooms for granite tombs, heirlooms for granite tombs, heirlooms for granite tombs. Warm Spanish headlights, cool silent movies, quicksand, quick lesson, Levi's for Tucson. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the Halcyon brothers from their album Whisper the Moon and The Stars Will Revolt. Heirlooms for Granite Tombs. I think it was because of all the New Mexico postcards or something. Anyways, I guess that about sums up our mailbag edition. You know, keep them coming. Whatever. You know, it's always good. It's good to hear from listeners. Assuming you are listeners. Assuming you writers of postcards are even listening now. I'm not sure. Whatever. You have been listening to This Isn't Just a Cult, a work of real fiction. This episode was written, narrated, and produced by me, Björ6n Oranj. This episode featured music from The Creeping Man. I Should Have Went Home After the Tiramisu started us off, and right now you're listening to Alma. Both of these tracks appear on the album Knobs, which you can acquire for free from Bandcamp. Classic Cars for Classic Assholes by Bosky Rumbluffer from his album Everything's Fucked was also in there. That seemed appropriate for this show. You can check out Bosky at Bandcamp too. What else? Vultures are Icky from myself and Mossy Tron. That was in there. And Heirlooms for Granite Tombs by the Halcyon brothers made an appearance as well. Both are available at Bandcamp, Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and just about any other place you get your listening pleasures. You can check out our show notes to get some links to find all of this stuff. Also, you can find a link to our website, thisisn'tjustacult.com, because we are an art collective. There's all kinds of music, there's all kinds of podcasts, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and you can find it all there. This Isn't Just a Cult is a production of Higgins Turner Higgins LLC. Subscribing and reviews are greatly appreciated. And let me see here. Maybe this postcard thing has some validity. Yeah. Okay, right. Everyone likes getting some mail. Postcards, for me, they're always a pleasure. So why don't you do this? Get yourself some postcards. You could even make them yourself, really. Then write something like, change your entire worldview with thisisn'tjustacult.com, or maybe thisisn'tjustacult.com, help me understand pudding. And then send those off to 10 of your closest friends or complete strangers. I don't really care. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just do it. Send some mail to people and mention thisisn'tjustacult.com. How could that be a wrong thing? How could that be bad? Okay, that about sums up this episode. Have a good one. Remember, only you can prevent this world from tail spinning into something completely nasty. Thanks for listening.